A legendary name in rock, Eddie Van Halen dead at 65, this coming after a long battle with throat cancer. Considered one of the greatest guitarists ever, his speed, control, and innovation propelling his band into one of the hard rock's biggest groups, helping to knock disco off the charts starting in the late 70s. The band, a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And many other voices that came to prominence in the 1980s along with Van Halen are being showcased in a photography exhibit here in New Jersey. News 12 New Jersey's John Bathke shows us the decade that rocked.
If you weren't around yet to experience the music of the 1980s firsthand, here is a glimpse. And if you were, get ready for a flashback. Rock, metal, hair, whatever defined the musicians of the 1980s is captured in these photographs. These are the photographs of Mark Weiss.
It was the perfect storm for me, for a kid out of New Jersey, graduating high school in 1977.
Weiss was a teenager who had been given a camera in exchange for cutting a neighbor's lawn when he put his two passions together, photography and music.
I loved Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Kiss, Peter Frampton. I used to that's where I started, going to concerts just as a fan and then sneaking my camera in.
Weiss was there in the earliest days of Bon Jovi. He shot the album cover of the band's breakout Slippery When Wet, and this, the original cover, rejected then as too risque. Weiss was on the road with the biggest names of the time, shooting Ozzy Osbourne, Twisted Sister, Van Halen, often for the famed Circus magazine.
It just snowballed. It was just a natural progression of work and fun.
Weiss, who grew up in Mattawan, calls the 1980s the decade that rocked. That is the title of this exhibit at the Monmouth Museum in Lincroft, and of his recently published book. He hopes this exhibit takes people back to a time when he says rock ruled and the personalities were larger than life.
My photographs are a representation of a lot of lives that had a lot of fun, and me being one.
In Lincroft, John Bathke, News 12, New Jersey.
The exhibit is up through November 1st with an in-gallery appearance by Weiss each Friday. For more information and attendance guidelines on the News 12 app.